Hello, Teacher Melody is back for our next topic, the accounting cycle of a service business. And of course, we will give emphasis or we will focus on adjusting entries. From the very first topic of our lesson, you have learned about the brief introduction of accounting. You have learned about the nature, the history, and origin of accounting, the users of the accounting information, the external and internal users. And you were able to know the generally accepted accounting principles being applied in accounting. And of course, you had able to illustrate and perform simple problems using the accounting equation. You had able to focus on the five types of major accounts, namely the assets, the liabilities, the capital, the revenue, and expenses. You had able to differentiate also the journal from the ledger, which are of course the two major types of books of accounts. And then you had able to analyze and summarize business transactions using the rules on debit and credit. And you had able to analyze and account business transactions using this debit and credit rules and the accounting equation rule. Now, we will focus on the adjusting entries of the accounting cycle of a service business. Good luck! Let our discussion begin. At the end of this lesson, you learners are expected to prepare adjusting entries. You are going to prepare adjusting entries of a service business. Of course, these adjusting entries comes after accomplishing the trial balance. So it will not only update various accounts, but can also adjust or correct accounts to be fairly stated soon in the financial statement. Remember, class, that the trial balance only shows that we have already transferred the figures. Remember that the trial balance only shows that we have already transferred the figures from the book of original entry to the book of final entry. But it will not show us that the figures are already accurately stated. That's why adjusting entry is very much important in order to set the figures in their correct balances. We will accurately measure business income when we are done recording adjustment. We can accurately measure business income when we do recording of adjustment. That's one way. So adjusting process is made in order to comply with the GAAP, or the so-called generally accepted accounting principles regarding revenue recognition and matching principle. Of course, when to recognize revenue and when to recognize expense. Adjusting entries, these are adjustments used to bring the assets, the liabilities, the revenue and expenses up to date at the end of the accounting period. And these are usually made at the end of the accounting period in order for revenues to be recognized within the period they are earned and for expenses to be recognized within the period they are incurred. So that is the revenue recognition and matching principle. These adjusting entries are necessary to properly report the truthful net income or loss at the end of the accounting period on the statement of comprehensive income and to appropriately report the assets, liabilities, and owner's equity on the statement of financial position. If we do not do adjusting entry, there is no accurate reporting of the amount of net income or loss. So there may be revenues which are not being recognized, in which these revenues must be recognized. And there may be expenses which are not being recorded. Or there may be overstatement or understatement of expenses being recorded. And so with the assets, liabilities, and equity. So there may be misappropriations on the amounts recorded. So adjusting entry is very much important in order to make the balance correct, in order to make the ending balances accurate at the end of the accounting period. These adjusting entries are utilized at the end of the accounting period in order to split or separate mixed amounts or the accounts that have components of assets and expenses or liability and income at the end of the accounting period. So this is another reason there to separate mixed amounts. So accounts that have components of assets and expenses. So say for example, the prepaid expenses. So these prepaid expenses are of course assets, but there may be portion of it which are already used. So these expenses must be separated from the assets. For the liability and income, there may be accrued liabilities which are being recorded. Accrued service revenue, say for example. But once this liability had already been rendered, this rendered service must be separated already on the liability account. So these are just some examples of mixed accounts. So we will learn more as we go on with the discussion. So we have here the accounts which are needed to be adjusted at the end of the accounting period. So we have the accruals, we have the prepayments, the pre-collections, the depreciation and amortization, estimated uncollectible accounts, and the inventory applicable to merchandising and manufacturing business, and of course bank reconciliation. So these are basic adjusting entries which are to be made at the end of the accounting period. Alright, we have accruals. To recognize or accrue revenue earned regardless of when it was collected, and to record expenses incurred whether paid or not. That is the accrual basis assumption of accounting. So even there is no cash involved, you have to recognize revenue. You have to recognize or to record expense, whether paid or not. So accrued revenue is recognizing an income that is already earned but not yet received. As an example, services performed but not yet billed or accumulated. You have already performed the service but you have not yet given the bill to the customer. Accumulating income due to passage of time, as in the case of rent income and interest income. For example, you have condominiums or you have apartments, you have dormitories for rent, the students are using it, but you have not yet billed them. You have not yet collected the corresponding payment of the customer, but then you have to recognize or accrue it as revenue, as in the case of rent income. The format of adjusting entry to accrue revenues would be debit accrued or the appropriate receivable account. Say for example, accrued accounts receivable. Credit appropriate income account. Say for example, service income or rent income to recognize revenue earned. So, observe that the adjustment for accrued revenue increases both the asset and the revenue. Receivable is an asset account, income is a revenue account. Take note also of the date, December 31. So that is the end of the accounting year, especially for using calendar year. Let's take as an example this transaction. Yes Company placed its 200,000 cash into a 30-day, 12% time deposit with RBA Bank on December 18. The number of days used by the company is 360 days. From December 18 to December 31, the company already earned an interest, which the company should recognize. But of course, it cannot be received yet because the interest can only be received upon the maturity of the time deposit. But then, we have to adjust in order to update such account. So on December 31, we have to debit accrued interest receivable and then credit interest income to take up accrued interest from time deposit made with RBA Bank. So the computation is as follows: 200,000 cash placed on this 30-day, in this 30-day 12% time deposit times 12% times 13 over 360 days. So where did we get this 13 days? So December 31 less 18 less December 18 equals 13. So 13 is span of time or span of days from December 18 to 31. So 12 times 12% times 13 days over 360, that 200,000 already earned an interest amounting to 866 pesos and 67 centavos. So debit accrued interest receivable and then credit interest income to adjust the interest or to adjust the amount of interest receivable from RBA. So we are done with an example of accrued revenue. Now we'll proceed with accrued expense. Accrued expense means recognizing an incurred expense that remains unpaid by debiting accrued expense and crediting accrued liability. Normally, an accrued expense of one company is the accrued revenue of another company because it results from the same cause as accrued revenue. These adjustments are necessary to recognize the unrecorded expense that applies to the current accounting period and to record the unrecorded obligations that exist at the statement of financial position date. So regardless of when it was paid, this expense should already be recognized. And of course, we have to recognize also a liability, an accrued liability for this because of course this is not yet paid. So here's now the format of adjusting entry to accrue expense. We have to debit appropriate expense account. Say for example, utilities expense, debit. And then of course credit accrued appropriate liability account. Okay, utilities payable or accounts payable, credit. So, to recognize expense incurred. So, observe that the adjustment for accrued expense increases both the expense and liability accounts because there's no payment yet. The expense or the incurred expense has been recognized but not yet paid. So, it is just proper that we have to record it as an expense and of course, incur a liability for this non-payment, represent as of the moment. So, let's take a look again, December 31. That's the time of adjusting appropriate accounts. Okay, let's have an example of accrued expense. Yes, company received its electricity bill for the period amounting to 10,000. So when they received the bill, they had already consumed the electric power, but not yet paid on or before the due date. So the adjusting entry will be on December 31, debit utilities expense amounting to 10,000 and then credit accrued utilities payable amounting to 10,000 to take up accrued electricity expense which was not yet paid but already used or consumed before on or before the due date. So you'll both incur an expense and a liability. Increase in expense and increase in liability. Alright, let's proceed with prepayments. So prepayments are advance payments of business expenses or supplies to be used in business operation. This may be recorded initially as prepaid asset or prepaid expense, which expire either with the passage of time, say for example, insurance. and rent, or through usage or consumption. Example, supplies. So, an example is prepaid rent. So, why is prepaid rent considered as an asset? Because that rent was not yet incurred. You paid for your rent, or the customer paid the rent in advance, although he had not yet used or consumed that expense, that particular form of or that particular type of expense. But due to passage of time, of course, there is already a consumption of that prepaid rent. And that's the time that this transaction or this account should be adjusted in order not to overstate asset, in order to separate the expense portion of the rent from the asset. Adjustments are necessary to avoid assets to be overstated and expenses to be understated, or vice versa. So, if we will not adjust the rent being used, the rent being incurred, the asset will be overstated because the incurred amount has not yet been deducted with the prepaid rent. And of course, the expense will be understated because there is no expense being recognized. The used portion of rent was not yet recognized or recorded. Another reason for adjustment is that to separate the expense portion from the asset portion or the mixed accounts. Okay, an example of prepayment. We have the asset method of recording prepayments, or the statement of financial position method. So, asset method of recording prepayment, or the SFP method, initially records the advance payment as asset. Thus, at the end of the accounting period, the asset is overstated. No adjusting entry is to be made. Accordingly, the expired portion of such asset should be recorded as expense. So, the format of adjusting entry would be: on December 31, debit appropriate expense account. Say for example, insurance expense or rent expense account. And then credit appropriate prepaid asset account, or prepaid insurance, or prepaid rent. So what is appropriate? Transaction says what appropriate account title will be used. Of course, you will not say it's a prepaid rent if you are referring to an insurance. We could not say it's a prepaid insurance if you are referring to a rent. So, the appropriate one. So, to adjust the expired portion of asset account. So, this way, if there is an adjustment to be made, the expense account will be separated from the asset, or the used portion will be separated from the prepaid asset, and that the expense will not be understated. Likewise, the expired portion of the prepaid asset account will be reduced or will be separated from the asset account, and that also through doing this adjustment, the prepaid asset account will not be overstated. So this is the asset method of recording prepayment, from initial recording of asset as advance payment to recording the adjustment through deducting the expired portion of asset from the prepaid asset through accrue or through recognizing expense for the amount or for the portion being incurred or consumed. In prepayments, we do not have only asset method of recording prepayment or the SFP method. We have also the expense method of recording prepayments, or SCI method. So any from the two, it's in the company or it's in the policy of the company, what particular method they are using when they are recording such prepayments if it is SFP method or SCI method. So under expense method of recording prepayments, the total amounts are initially recorded as expense. The total amount of advance payments are initially recorded as expense. Thus, at the end of the accounting period, the expense is overstated. So, overstated if that adjusting entry has not been made. Accordingly, the expired portion of such expense that has not yet expired should be recorded as asset. That is under expense method of recording prepayment. So, in here, the ending balance of asset or prepaid asset will be reflected under the expense method of recording prepayment. So, the entry to record the transaction at the end of the accounting year will be date December 31, debit appropriate prepaid asset account, debit, and then credit appropriate expense account to adjust the unexpired portion of expense account. So as you have said a while back, the unexpired portion of prepaid asset will be reflected here in the expense method of recording prepayment or the so-called SCI method. The example for prepayment. On October 31, 2022, Jazz Company paid in advance an insurance premium for $12,000 covering a period of 1 year. So the initial recording of prepayments on October 31 would be debit under asset method. We have to debit prepaid insurance 12,000 and credit cash 12,000. Remember that under the asset method, total assets or the total advance payment will be recorded as prepaid asset. So, debit prepaid insurance and credit cash. And for the expense method, all the total payments or advance payments will be recorded as expense. So, insurance expense of 12,000, credit cash 12,000. So, analysis for asset method, required prepaid insurance from November and December. From October 31 to December 31. So there are 2 months which were already used or consumed. So 12,000 times 10 over 12 under asset method, because we will reflect the under asset method will reflect the insurance which were not yet used. So 12,000 times 10 over 12, 10,000. Then the recorded prepaid insurance is 12,000. There is a decrease in prepaid insurance of 2,000. And then under expense method, the required insurance expense is 12,000 times 10 over 12, 10,000. Then the recorded insurance expense is 12,000. The decrease in insurance expense is equal to 2,000. So the asset method reflects the decrease in prepaid insurance, the amount of decrease in prepaid insurance, and the expense method reflects the amount of insurance expense being consumed. So applying the analysis given on the table, the adjusting journal entry on December 31 would be, in the asset method, debit and insurance expense amounting to 2,000 and then prepaid insurance credit amounting to 2,000. So how was that computed? The recorded prepaid insurance of 12,000 less the expired portion, 12,000 times 2 over 12 equals the required prepaid insurance 10,000. So in the asset method, it reflects the prepaid insurance was not yet used or consumed. So why do we need to adjust the amount? In order for the asset not to be overstated. So we have to separate from the asset portion or from the prepaid insurance the amount which has already expired or the amount which has already consumed. So there are 2 months which were already used from the payment first payment October 31, 2022 to the accounting period December 31, 2022. The end of the accounting period December 31, 2022. And then under expense method, the debit prepaid insurance 10,000 and then credit insurance expense 10,000. So we in here in the expense method, the amount expired will be reflected. For the expense method, the only required insurance expense is 2,000. So because it was initially recorded at 12,000, it should be reduced by 10,000, or the prepayment should be reduced by 10,000. So debit prepaid insurance 10,000 and then credit insurance expense 10,000. As of December 31, there are 10 months unexpired portion of the prepayments amounting to 10,000 and 2 months expired portion amounting to 2,000. So even if the two methods are different from each other, the final adjusted amounts of prepaid insurance and insurance expense are the same. So the asset method and expense method should be used alternatively. So, meaning to say, if asset method has been used, the expense method should not be used already for consistency purposes. We will continue the discussion in adjusting entry in a service business in the next audiovisual presentation. So I hope you were able to understand, conceptualize, and comprehend with the lessons. So please apply what you have learned in various learning tasks given to you or which will be given to you. So just feel free to watch and rewatch the audiovisual presentations for you to have a deeper comprehension of the topics at hand. So thank you for actively listening and analyzing. God bless. Enjoy learning. This is Teacher Melody wishing you all a pleasant day. Happy learning.